Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, the UK modded series. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. Now, in the last video, I did a quick scenic tour of this particular map in the year 1920, and then I said that we are going to start moving things further forward fairly rapidly. And indeed, I am going to be doing that. In today's video, we are going to be progressing to the year 1925, and then I have a couple of things planned that I need to do that I've found perhaps a bit of a gap in. So for example, a couple of lines that I'd like to expand, maybe a few roads that I need to put in, things like that. But I need your help, because for the next 20, 30 episodes, we'll just wait for this train to go past. As I was saying, for the next 20 to 30 episodes, there are a lot of things that need to happen, and I have an idea of what some of them are going to be. Naturally, changing the way the trains, or changing the trains, moving from the steam to the diesel era, so having some of the steam trains running, changing the way freight works, perhaps doing something with airports, things like that. But there are a whole bunch of other things, other ideas that I have not even considered that you might have. So, before we even roll the intro, please put in the comments box what you would like to see going forward. Now, each video, as I said, or each small set of videos, maybe 2 or 3 videos, is going to be a 5-year period. So mention something in this video that you would like to see that has something to do with the late 20s, 30s, maybe early 30s. If you mention something along those lines, or something about that time period, perhaps I might be able to implement it. Anyway, that is all I need to say. Make sure you stay tuned. Let's get started, and let's do a little bit of upgrading and a little bit of additional route building. What was that noise? Okay, so time to change the date. The date that this video is coming out actually is the first thing that I'd like to change. So I think this is going to be the 11th of February that this is going to be coming out. And let's move forward slowly through the years just to see what is available to us. A crocodile I'm not interested in. We do have some new tank engines, which might be something to consider. Some new freight wagons, definitely something to consider in this video, but not much else. Okay, next year. Daimler deck seats car GWR, maybe. Now that is interesting. That is definitely interesting. And that is even more interesting. Okay. So there are a couple of things that I'm considering. One of the mods I'm considering removing is the London Brighton South Coast Railway mod. It is huge. It is excellent, but I'm not entirely certain that I'm using it. I think I only have 2 locomotives of that. This is another interesting option. 60 mile per hour. They can. Oh, these ones do 75. I was going to say they can only do 60. That's unfortunate. And then we have a bunch of tender engines. These are effectively Class A1s or A3s, whatever they are. Another London Brighton South Coast Railway set of locomotives. It is a great mod pack, by the way. I'm not going to deny that. It's just I'm trying to minimise the amount of mods I use, simply because I have realised that I will be adding another maybe 5 or 6 gigabytes worth of mods, and that is not ideal. There are a lot of these. We're only in 1923. Let's go to 24. Ooh, nothing in 24. And we have a couple of things in 25. Bit more, few more tank engines, fairly fast ones at that. The Flying Scotsman. Ooh, hang on. Are they Mark 1? Surely that is not the right era. I think that is the wrong era. That has to be the wrong era. I'm going to have a look at those, but these, some of these vans, and see that yellow just looks a bit odd. I'm going to have a look at this. I probably will not be putting some of those in just yet, but these first class, third class compartments, that does look very, very, very good. Right, anyway, let me go ahead and do some of the things that I need to do. So one of the issues I'm having is I seem to be unable to put one of the airport mods in. I have no idea why. So I'm not going to work on airports in today's video, but we'll see where we go in the next few videos. This is all running all right, yes? Yes, it is. I can set up an express route. That is what I'm going to do. Right, but before I set up an express route, I have another route that I would like to set up, and that is a route from here. So, as you can see, there is no line from here. And I will open up all of these. I'm actually going to call this Shepshed Machines. And that line is going to go... It's a bit of an awkward path, but I'm going to have that make its way into here. I'll give it any of those machines. What colour should we have for machines? How about that green? Like a teal. That seems to be alright. Where are you? There you are. Ah, the overtaking bit is working correctly. Good. That is very good. I have removed some mods from the last video and the mod list that I released, and I do know that some people might be having difficulty with the mods lists and actually getting the save to load. Now, unfortunately, that is an issue I had as well, and it just resolved itself somehow. I have no idea how. It just resolved itself, and I have not had issues since. So, yes, I do apologise if people are having difficulty with the save, but it might work for you, it might not. And it might just start working for you, and as soon as it does... Okay, we do have some traffic issues. As soon as it does start working for you, you'll be able to enjoy the save in all its glory. What are you waiting for? Who, what, when, where, why? Is it this? There appears to be a lot of traffic. I'm also going to... You know what? I know this is probably not the best place to put this, but I might as well... Is it that... Have we reached that... I think we have. We have reached that era. We have these signals. Oh, the question is, should I use them? That really is the question. should I be using? Right, that is a question I'm going to be leaving to everyone else. Let me know, should I be using them or not? Right, surely that should open up this one to make its way through, yes. Which will then allow that one through, which will eventually allow that one through. Good. Okay, let's fast forward that a touch. Try to figure out what is going on here. Oh wait, things are now moving. Okay, things are moving. Now the mod in question that I think is causing people problems is this mod. This mod that is, it's waterways, natural water surfaces or something. I have no idea why. This is the one that caused me issues and then just started working, and that was that. So if anyone does figure out what or why it caused that issue, please do let me know. Okay, so now that I have that route, what else needs to be coming in here? Oh, I should probably name this route. FRRA Shepshed machines. That's probably the best. Yes, Stratford Cole, Shepshed machines. Right, what comes in on the mixed cargo? Or what can come in on the mixed cargo? Construction materials, some food, goods. That is reasonable. I can only assume... Yes, we do have wood that can be delivered. Good. Why is this train not making any... There it is. If that was at normal speed, perhaps that would have looked a little bit better. I mean, that must be doing about, what, 80? 71. Oh, there's another one on its way in. Do you know what, just because we can, let's have a watch of this, shall we? Wherever it is going. It's going underneath. I think this junction really works. This is not a junction that I ever thought would work as well as it did, but it really does work. Anyway, stop being distracted. A depot here. Now, will that depot allow me to get to where I'm trying to go? No. But there is a depot out here that will. Yes, this one will allow me to get to where I need to go. Okay, let's figure out what sort of locomotive I need to do. Now, these generic engines, I'm going to try to use them less and less as time goes on, simply because this is another mod that I want to remove, because there are lots and lots of variants. It's a fantastic mod, but if I have the right engines for what I want to use them for, let's say, for example, I don't know, instead of using not that tender engine, no, instead of using that engine, the 462 tender engine, that particular tender engine, I could use let's see. You know what I should do? I should have this as build date. Other way. I could use the Flying Scotsman, for example, or I could use this one, or I could use the Class 8. Where are you? That's a lot of locomotives. Or these ones, or where is the Class A one? There it is. Or the Class A1. If I could use these as opposed to that is what I'm going to do. Anyway, for this particular, is this supposed to be, what does it say here? Somewhat derived From the earlier clan goods, the similarities were largely visual. Well, like with Crew's clan class strength was in slower hilly lines and steep gradients. So I'll have to consider that. Now we do have a castle class as well. That's a little bit too fast for what I want. I need something that is 50 miles per hour on that. I'm trying to think whether this is going to cause any amount of issues doing 50. Let's find out. It says undulating tracks, steep inclines and tight corners. Well, let's try this, shall we? And I would like to... So anything that can handle... That can handle planks. Anything else that we could use? But I also need something that can take... So steel plank... This will do. These will do very nicely. We'll use the LNER ones, I guess. And then I need something that will be able to handle machines going back. There we go. So what I will do is I'm just going to do 3 of those, which will be able to carry 14 threes are 42, so we'll be able to carry 42 of the... Oh, it just tells you there. Why am I doing the maths? Let's do that. Then we'll have a few of these. And just in case we need to carry some fuel, which we should not need to, but you never know. There we go. I'll start with one of these, see how this pans out. Shepshed machines, there we go. Okay. New locomotive. Oh look, there's one parked right here. What do you know? Also, speaking of the Southern Railway locomotives, I think... Sorry, LBSC locomotives, there's a couple. I think if I were to get rid of these two, there would be nothing. There would be none of them. Right. I'll leave that there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to ensure that this route's pick-up and drop-off is correct. Because I do not want them... Also, I've got this, which is really cool. I do... No. I do not want them to be able to pick up certain things. So we'll switch off all the load, but also allow it to load up machines. All the unload, but we will allow it to unload what this requires, which is that, and some tools. There we go. Can this carry tools? Uh-oh. Yes. So, let's see how that pans out, shall we? Whilst that is happening, I'm going to go ahead and create the new express route that I was planning on creating. And where should I create this from? I could have one from Attleborough if I really wanted to. Actually, I still could, because I can make a junction here from Attleborough through there, still passes through Early, through West Mersey, or I could make a... This is the tough one. This bit is where it would be difficult to to make a viable junction. Because that is quite steep. If you go up there and then across, that is possible, but not ideal. This is going to be a very, very busy section of track. That is my other concern. Timetabling is another thing that I'm going to have to focus on. What if I did an we already have an express route going through there. So no, that is not. It has to go through this area over to Sudbury. But where does it terminate? So in all honesty, I think we should have one terminating over here. Yes, I think we should. What terminates here right now? We don't have Shepshed machines terminating here. There we go. We have Northeast Goods. We have the semi-fast service. We have the stopping service. The semi-fast service is Attleborough, West Mersey South, Lichfield, Shepton Mallet, Sudbury. Okay, so it skips out New Romney, it skips out Croydon, that area. Then we've got the stopping service, which does everything. So realistically, I could have one more service through here. Yes, I think I could get one more. Perhaps maybe in there. This might need to be reworked. Just looking at it now. So it goes in, so we can have it do that, and then it will go Attleborough, turn in here where there is not much that runs. Go flying through here. Yes, go flying through here. Up to Early, where it would need to... Oh, it would need some crossovers. Perhaps just here I'd need some crossovers. Get it into whatever platform I need to get it into. Then they would continue. It would continue through here. Possibly I could have it that it does not stop at Early. Many trains stop at Early. See if I can feed it through the middle. Like the freight trains, I could potentially... Where are you going? Okay, well that's interesting. Going to have to figure that one out. I know where it is going. I do not know why it is taking that route. Make it go through the middle there, and then jump back onto whatever fast line it needs to jump back onto. I could do that, and then have it stop at West Mersey in a very awkward journey that would be shorter. It would be longer than the original journey, so maybe not. Okay. And then continue on to Bracknell as you always do, but then peel off in this direction through Maryport. We're not stopping there. Through Ollerton. Could stop at Ollerton. It's not such a bad idea to stop at Ollerton. Might just stop at Ollerton, through Maryport, through Shepshed, and then terminating at Sudbury. Okay, let's build this. Let's build this and see what what occurs. This might be the last of the actual passenger routes that I will work on. This station is going to be chaotic. Right. New line, please. Attleborough. Early. Let's see where it takes this. Give me a bright red line. I'm curious to see where... Does it go through? It cannot go through there because of the... Just thinking, is it going to take us across the... It does take us across the top. It does do that. I'm not sure how that is useful. No, wait, it does not. It goes through here. There it is. Right, okay. So I did not want early, but I want West Mersey instead. Which then brings us up to there, which could lead me to do the whole Lichfield thing, but that does not work because it does not take me to Berwick. I need something going to Berwick. There's Berwick. I'll do a stop at Ollison. Might get rid of that stop later. We'll see. And then all the way to Sudbury. And then back to Ollison. Maybe I should do this whilst it's his pause. That's normally the smarter option. Into Berwick. Back to West Mersey. And then back to... It does accept that the train would turn around. That is an option. I could get the train to turn. Be a problem. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that, and then I'm going to make this junction. So, where is this junction going to go? I think I'm going to break this, and this, and that. Let's see what sort of speed. What's this? Ultra thin path. No idea. And I'm going to look for, let's look for a 50 mile per hour track to start with. No. 50 is fine. 60? No, 60. 50. 50. Wait, why has it done that? There. 50. Could I make that a little bit wider? Really trying to keep the speed up here. 60. Almost. Just a little bit more here. There we go. 60 mile per hour corner. I think that could do quite well. And the same applies here. .60 mile per hour corner. And we are... I'd say we are golden here. That works. That works really quite well. Also, what I'm going to do is right here. Oh, I could do it here. Might be smarter to do it there. And then do the other one just here. Is that going to work? I'll explain what I'm doing in a few seconds. Let's do a 50. It's going to be 50 like that. 50 like that. How many yards? 600 yards? Let's go 600 yards there. And then a connection back in there. And we'll do the same. Oh, actually, this one can be 700 yards. And do the same sort of connection there. Okay. It's not too bad. Signals. Again, we'll have to see whether I should start using the incandescent lighting. Like so. Good. That one there is fine. This one here is actually sorted. That there is probably a good option. And coming in this way, where is the other one? This is there. I think we should be okay for that going all the way through up to there. Good. And then, annoying as this might be, I am going to, well, first off, rename this PARA Attleborough to Sudbury. EX. There we go. Why is it not here? I'll figure that out. You. Right, so I'll sort out that one in a moment. Who are you? Early West Mersey. Yeah, the wrong one. That's... Oh, you are the right one. Barnstaple, West Bromwich, that's it. Go past that. Good. You do not matter. You do not matter. You do, though. You are already going down that route, but I know you are not going to be happy about that very soon. So we'll figure out what happens with you in a moment. This one. That forces it there. Lupe, I might just end up deleting that. You are now fine. Good. Okay. Then what I need to do is I need to find that route. PARA Express. Where are you? There you are. I need to try and get you to go past here. And also on the way back, go past here. Okay, that's something. Right. Messy as this might be, I'm going to recolor this to... That's actually quite a good colour. Good. And let's start selecting platforms. Platform 1 or 2 or 3 for you. So I have no idea why it goes that way to get to this platform. Is there no way across from here? Surely the smart option would just be to go straight, not across and in. It's a bit confusing. Okay. fine. So now you go through there, you go through there, you go through all of this. It is actually going through the middle of this as I expected, although it isn't going through this area as I expected, but I can figure that out later on. Then it stays in the middle as this is supposed to, but I'm going to try to force it to stay in the middle, which may be harder than expected. So what I'm going to do is make sure that one is there, and on the way back make sure it pings that one there. Good, that should keep it in the middle, and it will... Oh, I do not want to make it stop in the middle though. So we'll try to get it to go platform 5 or 6. It's fine. And on the way back, I want to make sure that it goes to platform 2 or 1. There. Just to keep that center platform open for now. I think I'm going to have to... Oh, why did I do that? I'm going to have to make some adjustments to all of this. So, yes, this is going to get a little bit claustrophobic. Now, as for this, when it reaches Berwick, take any platform... Oh dear. No, that's not what I meant. When you get to Berwick, that's better. Take any platform in this direction, and on the way back, when you're going through Berwick, take any platform in that direction. No, apparently you cannot take the last one. That's fine. Then when you get to Ollerton, maybe I should just play this, right? Make sure things are... Yeah. Ollerton, you will be taking platform 3. On the way back, you're in platform 2. Why are you heading back? Is that something to do with this platform? Might be. Yes, it was. Okay, you take platform 2 and 3. And 1 and 2. Good. Then you'll peel through that. Go through here. Hopefully straight through the middle. What is this? Okay, well, I guess this mess still needs to be sorted out. Yes, this mess still needs to be sorted out. Might as well sort it now. So, on the way... I think all of this needs to be fixed. I'll sort you out in a minute. Then I just need to sort out Sudbury first. Make sure that that is okay. Then I'll sort out Maryport's chaos. Platform 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. Good. Right, now that that is done, let's go back over to Maryport. And what is going on here? Let's find out. First off, are these lines connecting properly? Yes. Yes, they are. Secondly, I think I'm going to do... I think I'm going to have a bunch of signals here. Is that one? It's a one-way signal. I just want to see what happens here. So I'll put one of these, then one of these. No, it doesn't. This is not going to work the way I want it to work. I know what I'm trying to do, and this is not that. didn't think it was that era yet, but apparently it is. Right, well, we're just going to put some bunch of 2-aspect signals right here. And I've got them on the wrong spot, haven't I? These need to be this way. Those need to be that way. That one is incorrect. Right? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. They do look out of place. They do look really out of place. Now, let me say that on the return journey, on the journey from Ollerton to Sudbury, you must go past that one. It's going to cause some problems. On the way back, you must go past this one. Okay, that bit is now correct. What else do I have in this area? Loop B. Which section are we looking at now? That section. You can stay there, you're fine. I want to find the bit that comes back. That one? To Sudbury. So what? If I were to do that, would it work? No. No, because that's supposed to be there. That one from there, would that work? Yes? No? Maybe because it needs to be here. Yes, good. Okay. We have some progress. Excellent. And then lastly, the stopping service. This is where things, I guess, change. The stopping service coming back must now stop at... Wait, what? That's Ollerton. I'm looking at my reports, that's the problem. Platform 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Surely that will work a little bit better. Right? I'm hoping so. Let's put a signal in just here. I'm going to use an old style signal again. Okay, that might help. It looks correct. Yes, it definitely looks correct. And this one, I guess, that signal can be removed full stop. And we are okay. This is a concern. Okay, good. Not too shabby. I think I would like to put this signal here and then remove that signal like that. Okay. Now to see which locomotives we are going to run for this. Where should we guess we could, if we were to take it in from there, would we have access to every platform? Well, we have access to these two, which is fine. So I might end up doing that. There's a lot of traffic. There is a lot of traffic here, unfortunately. There's only one person on that train anyway. They can enjoy the entire train. Have the train to themselves. Southern Freight. Is that my new train? That is my new train. Shuffling along. Now, if you think about it, if you do think about it, freight was the whole backbone of the railway. So having a loss of freight running is not necessarily a bad or unrealistic thing at all. So there we go. That could be the thumbnail. Let's go ahead and do that. This is a much shorter train, but that's okay. I can increase the size of it as time goes on. The only issue I have with this is obviously it is slow, therefore holding up other trains, but not for long. It'll hold us up for a few more seconds, and that. Now that train should be cleared. There it goes. And realistically, that train only made it out of there. It was not that far. Yes, now that should be cleared all the way through, I'm hoping. And then it will go up here and to where it needs to be. Right. I'm going to pin this whilst I go over to Sudbury to look at... Not Sudbury, sorry. Going over here to look at new trains. Oh, in that case I'll be able to see it. There isn't a depot here. Why do I not have a depot going that direction? How did I mess that up? Oh, it is definitely going up here. Good. Excellent. It would be really nice if there was a train going up here, through there, across there, and across here at the same time. That is not going to happen, unfortunately. Okay, so at least I know that one is working, albeit not very quickly, and there isn't anything really waiting here. I guess I can have this train just sit and wait. I guess I could do that. Yeah, let's have it wait for, say, 5 minutes at most. Okay, well, and a minute at minimum. But in both locations. Okay, well, we'll have it wait 90 seconds and 6 minutes there. There we go. Oh, there's something going on with the trains. We have a train here. It's just gone past, and then we have a train popping up here. That's just going past. This is busy. This is really busy. It's just not quite there. Right. What was I doing? Oh, yes. Trying to figure out where I'm going to deploy some new trains from. Deploy the trains from here or here? How about here? Yeah, yes. Here is a good spot. Okay, we will deploy the trains from a place where I've not deployed trains from for a long, long time. In fact, yes, all of those trains can probably be sold, because some of them are missing. Let's go ahead and... How do I sell them? There we go. Sell. Excellent. Okay. What do I want for this? Can we really look past an LNER A1 for this express route? I think not. And I might get rid of, I might get rid of the... Where is it? What's the speed of the Castle class? Oh, Castle class is fairly fast. These. Because I'm not sure I'm going to have a use for them, even though they're great. I might just get rid of that. Anyway. Okay, so I have one of those. I have, let's go for passenger cars. Let's find out. So it's not going to be GWR. No. I think these are the kind of coaches I'm now after. Let's get GWR ones. These. That is apparently something. Now, what coaches would look good with these? Here we go. Not a push-pull, no. Right, so I've got to figure out what the consist is going to be. Baggage. No. Wait. Think. Brake front. First class. Third class, third class. Third class. Baggage. That isn't a lot. Should we try and put another first class into it? There we go, a couple of first classes. Third class, I think I'm going to go for another third class. Oh, these ones might have looked better. I think they would have. It's okay. We're using this now. Because these are more Great Western. No, I'm changing it. I'm changing my mind. We're going for the more teak colour. Try again. Brake. Let me check if there's a third. There's another variant I could use. No. That's more LMS, I think. First class. First class. Third class, third class, third class. Let's do quite a few third classes. Baggage. And then a brake. 223 yards. Maybe remove... Oh, was it not these ones I wanted? Why have I done this? Why am I getting this all wrong? I did that, then I wanted these. Not three. 3 of those. Then a baggage. Then a brake. I think we will go with that. Can I fit another? I can just about fit another in. At 200 yards, we should be okay. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy... How many of them? 4 of them? It starts with 4. I'm then going to make some edits to these. And the edits that I'm going to make is that... Why is the Flying Scotsman only able to do 75? I'm confused. It should be able to do more. I know it can do more. It has done 100. It was the first to ever do 100. Where is it? That. Why can I not... it's all the way up there. I'm not settling for the colour, you see. Isn't it? Is it shift? Yes. There we go. And we'll have let's have a blue one, shall we? We'll have 2 green ones because, of course, I think there are 3 green ones, but there we are. Do that. Do that. This could go badly wrong, but send them on their way. Now, again, if you have any ideas as to what I should do over the next few videos, please let me know. I think... Is there a way to name these? What numbers should I give these? Right, hang on. What number was the Flying Scotsman? Let's just start with that. I'm going to call it that because that gives it the number there. Then sometimes I know that you can put a board on these. This one does not appear to have that, unless it's the wrong brace. Is it that one? No. Oh, that is a shame. Maybe it's brackets. No. That is a shame. Okay. And this was actually number 15, so I'm going to give it 4615. Off you go. That looks pretty good. It's also really nice to see that. Surely that, yes. I was going to say, surely there is a photo opportunity that is presenting itself right here. And the opportunity is absolutely perfectly presenting itself like so. It's a bit dark. The contrast is a bit dark, but there we go. I'm going to actually start naming these properly now. So that should be off on its way. What train is this? 16. 4616. I'm not sure they are supposed to be 4-6 numbers, but I'll give it whatever it... Somebody will tell me and I can rename them. I can rename the numbers of the trains. But these are nice. The fact that you can number them. It's very, very nice. Who's holding back for what? So these are 42s. So maybe there is something. Oh, we're waiting for this train to exit the station. Is that full? It is. Why are you here? Right. Well, whilst that is going on, I'm going to try and figure that out too. So you stay there. I need to know. I need to figure out what is going on with these transfers. Why is it going all the way around? It should not be. Wait, there is something from here. Here we go. What is this one? Why can you not just turn around and go back? Can you not go back? Can you not go back whence you came? That's the same issue appears to be with this one. Perhaps it's on this line. But again, you should just be able to reverse. So I see trains go through though. Right, so let me try West Mersey Steel first. That bit is fine. No, wait. That bit is fine, right? Yes. So that's platform 1. Pause this. That's platform 1 right there. Platform, hang on. To get to platform 1, it goes off in some very bizarre direction. And the reasoning for that is because this is not slipped. Done. Okay, that is that one fixed. Now let me figure out... Is this the coal transfer? It is. So you are... Platform 11. Oh dear. Platform 11. Or 12. Those are those platforms there. Which one can you not accept? It would be nice if I could just have just this one up, but apparently that is not the case. Platform 12 is your issue. To take platform 12 off, what happens? Can you take 10? No. Okay, I will work out the issue with Bentham's coal transfer soon. Oh, that's a bit silly. Anyway, back to... Where are you? Who are you? You're not the one. Any of you going to leave? No? Oh, it's because... Right, I see. Improvements need to be made. There we go. I might need to do a little bit more there. Of course you are going to go. Why? Of course it was that one that was going to shoot its way through. And we have this one coming through. Steelworks. Right. A whole bunch of issues. All of which will be resolved in time. Maybe I should have a signal at the end of this too. Just because of how busy this is getting to be. That is a fairly long train. 355 yards. Not the longest of trains, but a fairly long one, nonetheless. This is also 50-mile-per-hour track, which I need to deal with. That one is over there, so that's fine. Right, you shall now be starting to make your way out. Good. Oh, that sounds nice. And these do not have texture issues. Train like that's going through this area, quite lovely. Okay, you want to follow. You look very nice in the blue. It's a bit awkward, but you're very nice in the blue. Train 116. 4116, I don't know. It's going to be very awkward when it gets to... Unless they decide to go in two different directions, this is going to end up being quite awkward. We'll sort out the speed limits here too. Now I want that locomotive to go through first, or that train to go through first. Thank you. Just to give it a, just to block a few things up. Slow this down, you see. Mix of Great Western engines and London North Eastern Railway engines. Oh, nice. Train 7. 4607. I don't know. I'm just giving them made up numbers. I'm sure that there's to be accuracy in some of... You're not supposed to be here. Why are you here? Why are you here? You know, I've been playing this for far too long when I can recognise which train is and is not supposed to be in an area just by immediately looking at the locomotive or the train itself and saying, no, that train is not supposed to be on this route. These ones pop in annoyingly. That's perfectly alright. You should now be let through. Good. Right, and everything can just get on their merry way. Oh, this train does not have any of those additional... Wait. Hey, you're okay. Let's say, are you supposed to be going in the opposite direction? No, you are one of the clockwise ones. Why are you going on this route? Not sure. That is fine. I'll manage to sort that out once this speeds up, which I am going to have to look at doing now. Okay, and with that, final bits that need to be done is I need to fix the hedge here. Right. From there to that. Sorted. And then with the paint tool, ballast, rise in the middle here, clean this all up. I guess this would be fresh, wouldn't it? So in reality, I guess this bit should just all be now will be mud or something. Soil, mud, soil. Let's have a peek. It's a very busy area now. Yes, this is all going to be this now. Look at this. It's great. So I've just built a whole new section. So it has that look of a whole new section. And some mud just off the edge of it as well. In both directions. Yeah, lovely. Okay, next up is going to be speed improvements and passing places. That is something that I need to work on. This is probably a good spot for a passing place. So I'll go ahead and do that in the next episode. But again, if you have any ideas, please do let me know. think that is where I'm going to end it. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Tron Sports Fever 2, the UK modded series. Leave a comment in the comments box below. Let me know what you think. Any suggestions you might have. Where's that train of mine? I have no idea. I want to find out if that train is... There is something. Okay. Positive. There is a tiny amount that needs to go there. I'm hoping for more as time goes on. Anyway. Yes. If you wish to do so, you can check out my Patreon, Discord, and social media. Links to that are in the description box below. That is all from me. In the next video, we will still be in the year 1925, I think. Just whilst I get your ideas and see what else I can do, build a few things up, and then we will be maybe looking around, taking some pictures again, and then moving over to 1930. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Thank you once again. I'll see you next time.